All right, what's going on? This is episode 6 of maintenance, I believe. As you saw, I started Treasure Island. I think that was actually last week I started it. I just didn't put it in the vlog, but I finished it up this week. Super good book. I don't really talk about a lot of the reading. I just kind of show the books as like transitions and stuff, but definitely check out all the books I read. I haven't read a bad one yet since I've been posting them. As you see, Monday's workout is the same one I started last week, except this will be my first full week of it. Everything feels really good. Technique is getting better, and I'm really getting better at prioritizing the lengthened position, as I talked about in the last video. This set of exercises seems like the perfect stimulus to fatigue ratio for the moment being. For now, it's mostly novelty that's making it feel that way, but I feel like the amount of stability I've had compared to all the cable exercises and even the plate loaded rows, those just felt a little heavier than I expected them to feel so quickly. These lying laterals, I'm still trying to figure out the I was gonna say bar path, but the dumbbell path. I'm trying to figure out the correct way to use them to where I mostly feel my lateral delt. I feel like, as you can see here, I kind of lean back. I think my rear delt helps me a little too much on the ladder reps. And then these Nordic curls, as you see here, they start out with a really long range of motion. I don't really feel a whole lot in the bottom at the beginning of the set, but at the end, I'm at partials. That was the top, and I fail the rep because the lengthened position is so hard. So I feel like that's cool. These reverse Nordics are, I think, the hardest quad exercise, if not the hardest exercise I've ever done in my life. It felt like right at my hip, where you can see it's trying to bend. My rectus femoris, which is what I'm targeting, feels like it's gonna rip off the bone. These behind the back cable curls with the handles higher than my hands at the back have been super crucial to really pull that stretch. It feels kind of redundant having them with the lying dumbbell curls, but I don't know, I don't have like a preacher curl setup. I'm thinking about doing that to do like something in front of me with more of a stretch. And then these kind of front cable wire lateral raises, whatever you want to call them, they're still going well. They feel even better on a bench than they did standing. These triceps dips, I'm having a hard time keeping my head up and my chest up, which is getting me to go a little lower on this day. As you'll see later in the week, I do a better job of staying vertical, and my depth isn't nearly as low, but the stretch feels really good. And like these dumbbell curls and skull crushers are still great. As you'll see, I become more and more neutral throughout the set. That actually is where I'm gonna start pressing from now on. It allows me to get a lot lower, and it just feels better. I'm sure most of you use a neutral grip on your dumbbell skull crushers. I don't know why I wasn't, but I realized it was something I needed to take care of, so I did. Back to the lying curl. These are a little better, these lying raises. See how I'm leaning over to try and keep mostly my front delt involved. I'll have to try to stay like right in the middle, because I don't know, I just feel like my rear delt's been helping me, and I'm trying to keep it out of the way. Dips are a little better on this day, as you can see. And then these pull downs, I'm actually still kind of figuring out where to lean at the stretch position. I feel like if I come a little more vertical like this, I get a better stretch at the top. But I don't know, I just feel like that machine is more concentric focused, which is frustrating because I don't really want to do regular pull downs. I've been avoiding them, but I might go back to them or use assisted pull-ups. I don't know, I've been trying to change it up with some of the machines, but I'm gonna have to go back to some of my bread and butter here soon, I think. Like I said, the raises and the curls feel really good on this machine. I don't know. I think I'm gonna stick with them for now. They're similar to the other exercises I'm doing, but it won't hurt to have a slightly different angle. Chest supported rows I haven't mentioned, but they feel great. And then these dumbbell presses feel awesome. I'm itching to really like push my chest again, but my chest is fine right now. I really got to bring up my back and my arms. That's why, as you can see, that's kind of been the focus. Legs are supposed to be on maintenance, but the intensity of these and the Nordics, I can tell will probably give me a little bit of growth just as I add volume, because next week we're gonna go up to 2 sets of everything. I'm kind of nervous for how my hamstrings and quads will feel, because I've been getting really serious pumps, can barely walk after the sets. My soreness isn't too bad though, so I'm optimistic that I'll be able to handle the volume, so I might as well do it if I can. But as you can see, that bottom portion is crazy. I did a feat here, something I haven't done before. All the way. Basket is over there, a little red thing. I don't know if you can see it, but it's my first time making it over there, if I can recall right. First time I can recall, I think, making it over this creek up here. I don't remember if I have or haven't, but I certainly don't do it very often. I think it's like 260 feet, maybe a little more. It's nothing that crazy, but it's a weird shot between trees and over this creek that's always dry, fortunately. I've put it in that little stream a couple times, and here we are. I think I'm parked. Yes, sir. Parked. Hell yeah. I actually don't think I can choke this putt like normal. So that was the only round I played of disc golf this week. I didn't skateboard at all. So that's kind of been the theme here. I haven't been skating or disking as much as I planned to when I started this series, so it's kind of turned into a game tenants series. I would have titled it that if I would have known, but I really just jumped the gun as far as the weather goes. Kind of learned my lesson, which is all good. I'm still having a good time with this kind of bodybuilding mezzo I've been doing. I'll get something out of it. I'm definitely doing a lot of learning, so when I really push my hypertrophy work at some point this year, I will get a lot more out of it. I'm really getting the itch to start squatting and benching and deadlifting again. I feel like my numbers are going to blow up finally, that I've gained some weight. So that's really it for the video. Just kind of been maintaining, doing pretty well with everything. Like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new. All my links are in the description for my other channel and social media. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.